All right, back in the shop this afternoon, and yesterday I went and picked up the first ecoboost Mustang to go 8 seconds in the quarter mile. Buddy of mine went to school with here in East Tennessee, Jesse Ringley. If you haven't heard about his ecoboost Mustang, go over to Engineered Motorsport Solutions, Instagram, Facebook. I don't think they have a YouTube channel yet, but and go check it out. It's his first ecoboost Mustang to the 8, and he's redone the chassis. Turbo kit went from a single turbo to a compound turbo setup, and it's here in the shop, my shop now, to get a little bit of fresh. I can't remember the code of the blue. I'd have to look it up. I'm not sure what blue it is. Going to get some fresh blue put on it, and there's not much blue left because he put a bunch of carbon fiber on it this year, and he's going to try with the new compound setup to go into the 7s. So be sure to follow Engineered Motorsport Solutions, and I'll flip the camera around and show you where we're at on it. Okay, they have stripped it all down for me. Took all the carbon fiber. It's got a hood, carbon fiber front bumper, doors, deck lid. It's got carbon fiber quarter glasses and rear glass. So there's not going to be much blue left, but what blue on it all right now, I'm just going to put the factory color back on it and just make it look really good. Give it a good freshen up. There's only a little bit of body damage in the roof. I'm not sure what caused it, but it's on both sides. Fix a little bit of places here and there, not much. It's going to be real quick. Basically just sanding and painting this aluminum front tubular radiator sport, I guess you would call it. It is not going to go blue, it's going to go wrinkle black. The firewall back here has got some holes that he's added over the years, don't use anymore, so I'm going to cut a panel out of there, weld one in, make that look a lot better. I'm going to clear all the firewall and everything, make the strut towers and everything, make it look really good, because from the factory it's only got like a little bit of clear on it. It's not real shiny or anything like that. But yeah, if you haven't checked out or heard of Engineered Motorsport Solutions, this car's went from Jesse bought it brand new with the 4-cylinder EcoBoost in it, and it's gradually gotten faster and faster and kept pushing the setup more and more, and now he's pretty much I think he has the fastest 4-cylinder EcoBoost Mustang right now, but I know he was the first to the 8s, and now he's going to try and be the first to the 7s. I'll try to get a picture off of what he's posted of the compound turbo setup and insert it here. This thing should be pretty wicked, and like I said, it's going to be pretty quick as far as there's not a lot of body work or anything to be done, so it's just going to be sanding it, taping it up, sanding it, and a little bit of body work and primer on the roof, and then putting some blue on it again. What I'm about to do now is I took the front bumper off. I'm going to take this this front tubular support off, and I'm going to wheel it out here. It's got a lot of grease and everything like that. I'm going to spray some purple power in all the engine bay and everything, and clean it up a little bit, pressure wash it, get all the nasty grimy stuff off of it. Probably pressure wash down through here too, just get it nice and clean before I ever start trying to sand on it. That way It won't try and do any weird stuff when I start putting paint on it, fish eyes, you know, what have you. And yeah, we're gonna try and knock this thing out in the evenings. I've got a lot of stuff still going on in the shop. I've known this has been coming for a while now. I've kind of been trying to hold off some other work that people has been wanting me to do because I knew this was coming. This has been scheduled for a few, well, I guess about 5 or 6 months now maybe. And he just got it back from having all the updates of the chassis and the turbo kit made. So now it is here, and I'm going to stop rambling. I checked, the paint code's J4 Deep Impact Blue. It wasn't for sure. I knew it was something like that, but I checked and made sure. All right, back in the shop. Trying to stay cool in here. I'm gonna walk you into the booth. I got the S550 in here. I just put a first coat of primer on everything. Primered the whole roof. It was the worst. I got the dents hammered and dollied them out. Put a little bit of filler in them, but a couple of little dents here and there. There's a pretty good size one crease in this area. I patched did a patch panel in the firewall because there was multiple holes that he wanted to get rid of. So did that. There is bare metal in the places where the tubular front end bolts to. Put some primer on them. First did epoxy since it's bare metal, and now I'm putting some urethane primer on. But like I said, this is the first coat. I'm letting this dry some, then I'll put one more coat on it, and it'll be good to go. A small dent in the fender there. A couple small dents back here. He had a vent tube coming out of the quarter panel here. He wanted it welded up because he's putting it somewhere else. So I welded that up, put some primer on it. You can see this car's got TBM brakes on it. So I got these wrapped up. Looks like it's got Viking coilovers on it. But I just figured before I got any further on here, I'd show you that I'm putting primer on it and what I did. So I'm gonna let this dry just a little bit more and then put a second coat on it. And then get the wheels back on and get it over into the other shop and start sanding it. All this is going to be after this primer. I'm not going to primer no more. It's going to be sanded and then it'll be ready to paint. All right, so got the S550 in here. Taped it all up yesterday evening. It is all ready for paint. I'm going to wet the floor down real good and then start wiping it off, degreasing it, and then tacking it off. Got all the spots fixed on it, got it all sanded down with 400. The engine bay took really the most time. There's a lot of places to get in and get scuffed good enough to make sure the paint sticks. And yeah, it's quite a bit of work, but got everything ready. Now I'm going to wet the floor down and start painting. I may try and put the camera in here and get a little bit of me painting without getting overspray and stuff all over my phone. But let's get to it and get this thing knocked out. All right, guys. I kind of got ahead of myself. I painted the S5. I'll give you kind of a sneak peek here. I painted the S550 this morning, and this evening I've already got it untaped, sitting on the wheel, so I can load it up in the morning and paint the rear bumper, the fuel lid, and a couple of small pieces in here tomorrow. But I guess I'll just go ahead and walk around and show you how it turned out. Turned out really good. Just normal little pieces of trash here and there. Just a good 3,000 over everything, and a little bit of buffing later on. Once he gets his first few scratches and stuff on it, I wouldn't worry about buffing it anytime soon. Just to get a few scratches and wear and tear on it a little bit, and then a fresh buff, get it looking real good. But it's turned out real good. As you may know or may not know, blue is kind of my color. I like really any of the blues I'm a fan of, but deep impact blue is one of my favorites. Got some bugs sitting on it that's not in the paint. They're just sitting on it where I got the door open, and it's lights on and stuff in here. Bugs are coming in and sitting on it, but it's nice and dry. Yeah, like I said, everything turned out real good. I'm going to get it out first thing in the morning, and get I already got the rear bumper ready to paint. I'm gonna bring it in here, paint it first thing in the morning. Got the hood hinges. I didn't like leaving them bolted up. It was gonna make things difficult to get paint on the side that needs to have paint on, so I just took them off. I'll put a little bit of paint on them. The pieces that bolt to the end of here that the tube front end slides on, I'm gonna put some paint on them. I didn't want all that stuff in here stirring up more dust while I'm painting the whole car. Less stuff you have in here and spraying like over here will kick up some dust and get dirt and get on the car. So I'll break it up this way. Ain't a problem. He's gonna have to get some of his employees to do some polishing on his wheels to go with the nice paint job that's on it now. But he should be happy with this, and I'll try and get some video of it once he gets the motor and stuff back in, and try and update the video once it's all back together, so you can see what the car looks like when it's all together. If you would, let me know what you think about it in the comment section, and yeah, just tell me what you think about it. Well, I painted the bumper and gas door lid, and I rattle canned the front tubular support here. I used VHT wrinkle black, and it actually turned out really nice. I was kind of skeptical on how it would turn out and look, but it looks pretty dang good. So we did it in wrinkle black. That way, it being out here in the front of the car, if Jesse is messing with it and scratches it or anything like that, he can just grab him a can of the VHT wrinkle black and just touch it up whenever he needs to. So no big deal. If it was painted blue and stuff, touching it up, if he scratched it or anything like that, would be more of a ordeal than having it like this. So yeah, it turned out really nice. I like the way it looks. Okay, I got Jesse's carbon fiber front bumper here, and I'm not sure why it's not shiny on the outside. I don't know how the process was making this front bumper, but he just wants me to sand it and clear it. And I just wanted to go over, I've never done any carbon fiber like this before, just sanding it and clearing it. But I don't know how it's going to look, because there's a lot of places like this right here that clear is not going to do anything for. I mean, look at this here. So I don't know what how this is going to look just clearing it, but you know, if this was fiberglass, I would be putting Bondo in these places to or fiberglass to build these holes back up and get them looking like they should. So like this place right here, I don't know how that's gonna look. It's just like holes, air bubbles that was in it in the process of making the part. I don't know. All I'm supposed to do is sand it and then clear it. So that's all I'm going to do, because I don't know how to go about repairing this to get it to look better, because the clear is just going to make it shiny basically. It's not going to fill in any imperfections or anything. There's a lot of, like throughout here, it feels rough and wavy. I don't know, but I'll sand it here and then clear it a little bit later and see what it looks like. Hopefully it looks decent. Okay, so the carbon fiber turned out about like I expected. You look at it right here, it don't look too bad, but you get up close to it and all the imperfections that I've seen in it is of course still there, because the clear is not going to really make that not show. It's going to just show it even more. The only thing I can think to do is put clear, sand it again and put clear on it until the clear fills them up, because you know, if it was getting painted anything else other than clear, I would have filled it with filler or primer. Can't necessarily do that with this, because you know, it has to be clear to be able to see the carbon fiber. So I don't know. I'm going to sand it again and clear it again, and I may end up having to sand and clear it one more time to be able to get these spots filled up. I don't know if you could get some clear resin or something like that and put it all over it, some clear gel coat, I mean, something like that, to be able to fill these up quicker. But this is going to be a waste of a lot of clear if it takes more than, you know, 1 or 2 times doing this. Okay, so I've sanded this panel again, and first off, you can see all these places that look like little circles and stuff. What's happened there is I've sanded the clear off. This panel is not really flat. It's wavy and bumpy, and all of these places are high spots that you can see is a different shade of color. They're higher than the rest of it, so it took the clear off all the way down to the carbon there before it did anywhere else. So all that is just high and low spots in the carbon. But I've took it back down to about as far as I want to go, and you can still see all the pits and stuff that's in the carbon. When I clear it, the clear is going to go into them pits some, but it may fill up some of them, but it's still probably going to show the deeper ones. It's probably not going to fill all of them up, but maybe it's not going to be as bad as it was. I don't know really anything else to do, and I'm concerned on all these high and low spots when I clear it, that you'll be able to see the ring. I'm not sure yet if that's going to be a issue or not either. But before I start sanding the front bumper again to re-clear, I'm going to clear this to see if them rings show up or not. Because if that does, then I don't know if it's worth sanding that front bumper again just to have issues like that to pop up. So I'll have to just find out. So I'm going to stick it in the booth and put some clear on it and see where we're at now. All right, I've got this carbon fiber bumper back in the paint booth. I cleared it once already. I've sanded it down. I'm going to clear it again. To get all these places in it that is out, it's probably going to need cleared 2 or 3 more times. I'm going to clear it this time and then let the owner check it out and see if he wants me to keep clearing it or not, because it's just going to take a lot more material and it's going to cost more, you know, if I'm going to keep clearing it. This thing is just so rough, and I'm not saying that it's rough as far as like damage. It's just it was like there should have been some sort of gel coat, clear gel coat or something that should have been a lot thicker before the carbon fiber was laid. I know that's how fiberglass parts are. I'm not really familiar with carbon fiber, but I would imagine it's the same thing. And it was like there wasn't enough gel coat down for when they laid the carbon fiber. All these little holes and stuff is just is basically the carbon fiber texture, I guess you could say. And the clear is just it's not thick enough to be able to just fill them things up and it be smooth. It's helped out a lot, the first coat. And you can see all the clear that I put on there is basically sanded off, except for on the top, because I was able to put more on the top because it's basically flat. But on the sides, if I kept putting clear on it, it would just run down the side of it. So I've got it the best that I can do. All I know is to just keep putting clear on it. So I'm going to spray clear on it, let the owner check it out, and see what we do from there.